Hi everybody, thank you so much for joining me for today's session on Pilates and back care. So this is a session for you if you are looking to help keep your back healthy and strong. If you are experiencing a bit of back pain and want to make sure it doesn't get any worse. If you're just looking to feel good in your body and long in your spine and to make sure that you don't have any back issues. So lots of reasons to do this session, and I'm looking forward to taking you through it now. Let's start lying down on your back. Bring your hands to your ribs and breathe in and then breathe out. I want you to just keep breathing here and do a little bit of a scan in your body to notice where you naturally tend to hold your tension. Is it in your back, shoulders, neck, face? Is it in your lower body, in your legs, feet, glutes? And just gain some awareness of that through your breath, and on each exhale, let it go. Mobility and decompression through your spine starts with your breath. Your ribs attach through muscles to your spinal column. And as we breathe and we give that space, we also allow your spinal column to expand and to get rid of any pressure that's there, compressing it down. You stabilize your back using your core. So come with me now on your exhale, draw your belly in, narrowing at your waist, deep core engagement. Inhale, ribs expand. Exhale, pull them in, deep core engagement. Do that a few more times. Find that work to really stabilize. Imagine that you are creating this armor around your spine that you are using to help not only keep it safe and healthy, but also to allow it to do its job effectively and not be compromised. Taking one more complete breath here now. And then taking your hands down to your pelvis. So when we do our stuff with our ribs, we're focusing on your thoracic spine and the upper part of your vertebrae, or your spine, I should say. And now we're focusing on the lower part. So posterior tilt your pelvis, imprinting your spine into the mat, and then anterior tilt coming in the other direction. So I want you to try to use your core to come through this pelvic mobility. And of course, in essence, we are also moving through your spine because your tailbone marks the end of your spine, and you can feel it underneath of you how your spine curvature changes. And so we want to focus in on your ability to be mobile through your pelvis here with your breath and your core. Find that strong work. 2 more. And then on your last one, coming through your neutral pelvis, so your triangle is going to be perpendicular to parallel to the ceiling. Leave your spine and pelvis neutral. Take your hands down by your sides. Press your heels into the mat. Exhale, draw your belly in, lift, glute bridge, lower down. So I want you to fire up some glute and hamstring work here. No articulation through your spine, so we're keeping this neutral spine. Find that you're coming through it with control. Check in with your ribs, they're still coming together. Continue with this neutral positioning, core engagement. Let's go for 3, 2, last one. Now bringing it down, take your legs into external rotation. Heels are on. Now this time you're going to articulate through your spine. So posterior tilt, draw your belly in, hamstring and glute engagement, reaching up to the top, and then articulate your way back down. So now thinking about this movement through your spine like you are a sticker, peeling yourself up off the mat, and then sticking yourself back down. So I want you to try to get movement through all of your vertebrae. Feel that you imprint, peel off, up to your thoracic spine, shoulders relax, and then imprint, stick yourself back down. Continuing here, breathing. Lots of strong core engagement. Shoulders relaxed. Make this your last one. And then from there, lengthen your legs out. Find your whole body lengthened out onto the mat. Reach your arms up. Exhale, draw your belly in, tuck your chin towards your chest, coming up into your roll up. Rounding forward, and then articulating your way back down. So we're kind of taking this articulation to a different level now, whereby we're actually bringing you up off the mat. Still, of course, mobilizing and articulating through your spine. Feel this flexion here, belly button pulls towards your spine, tuck your tailbone under as you return. Thinking about using your breath to guide you. Feeling this connection all the way through, pressing and then returning. Bring yourself back down to the mat. We're going to stay here now, flat on your back. Bend through your knees again. Take your hands up to support your neck. On your exhale, checking that you're keeping your neutral spine and pelvis, draw your belly in and bring yourself up. So we have done a little bit of pelvic mobility work that articulates there, or we were articulating there through your lower back, your lumbar. And now we are rounding here through your thoracic spine, coming into your chest lift or your upper abdominal lift. And I want you to really imagine that your head is lying heavy in your hands, which are creating a pillow. And then you are drawing your ribs towards your belly button as you draw them together. And this work here comes from your rectus abdominis as the prime mover, but requires lots of deep work from your center. Really feel on your exhale that you bring yourself up. Now the next time you're down, on your exhale, turn your abs on, lift one leg up to tabletop. And then coming up, pressing it out, bringing it back in. Now this is a progression, take it or leave it. If you notice that it does not feel good on your back to do this work, then leave your feet on the floor. We are creating a longer lever here, making more work for your core, which we are then strengthening. And that takes pressure and load off your spine. Find a sense of relaxation even as you work. Bring that foot down, transferring over to the other one. Abs are on, lift your leg up to tabletop, pressing it away from you, pulling back in. Strong sense of connection here, driving through and return. Always coming back to your breath like we set up at the very beginning. Check. Ribs come in, belly button deepens, pelvic floor lifts. 3 more. 2. Last one. Bring yourself down. Now we're going to take that to the next level again. Feel free to regress back to the current one where we were. On your exhale, abs are on, lift one leg up, other leg up into tabletop. Now coming through your upper abdominal lift, both legs press out and return. Checking for that pelvic stability. Lots of deep core work. Noticing if anything wants to shift in your body as you do this. Being really mindful and connected and aware, always coming back to your breath even as it gets challenging. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Very good. Bringing yourself down. Hug your knees into your chest. Take a little pause for a second. So in looking after your back, like I said, we want to strengthen your center and move your spine in all directions. So we're going to continue doing work strengthening your center, working now on your oblique abdominals, which are the abdominals on the sides. Take your hands back behind to support your neck. On your exhale, lifting yourself up, crossing your body over, returning back to the center, switching over to the other side. So notice now that you feel this more here, hopefully in your sides, coming across, creating these cross chains over your body. Really feel as you come up each time that you exhale and get that work coming right across and coming into your sides. Your oblique abdominals are important for twisting, rotating, reaching across your body. Now we're going to take it to the next level. As you come up, extend your arm out, pressing through, return, and cross over. Lifting your arm up and over, imagine that someone is pulling on it. Trying to lift your shoulder off of the mat underneath. As if you are sending your armpit toward your thigh. Exhale on each lift. One more on either side. And then from there, take your hands behind. Bring yourself all the way up. Now we're going to stay up for a second as we do a little bit of release behind you. So take your hands and wrap around. Imagine you're giving yourself a really big hug. And I want you to inch your fingers back as much as you can. And feel that you are trying to press your shoulder blades into your hands. So you're going to be protracting your shoulders. And then bring yourself up tall and go again. Exhale, protract round into it. Yes, very good. Okay, now let's start with your right leg. Leave it on the floor. Take your left leg around, crossing it over. Hand comes behind. Exhale as you rotate around to your left side. Imagining you're a corkscrew twisting up to the ceiling, trying to get this beautiful deep rotation of your spine. And then unravel from there. Leave your right leg on the floor. Take your left leg and extend it out. So your right foot is now on your left inner thigh. Hips are facing forward. Bring your arms forward. And then on your exhale, rotate towards your straight leg. Flexing forward and then rotating open. A little bit of lateral flexion here. You're stretching through your QL muscle, an important muscle of your spine. Unravel from there. Bring yourself up. We're going to do it one more time. Exhale, rotate, flex, lateral flexion. And then unravel from there. Bring yourself all the way up. Now we're going to stay on this side. So bring that knee down. You're going to be up here on your forearm. Feel that it's as if you have something underneath here that you can't touch on the bottom. So leave yourself up. And then from there, top leg lengthens out. Side plank. Lift and lower. Find this core connection underneath. Pressing yourself long. Top leg elongates out. Now you can have your hand here, or you can take it up, extending it overhead. A little bit more work there for your balance. Connect with your breath. Now you can stay here, or you can take it to the next level. So you extend your bottom leg out, and then you lift up, side plank, and lower. Feel here how you have to work on the underside. That's what we're going for. Find your breath. Last two. Last one. Excellent. Now bend your bottom leg. Arm is going to come down. Come up onto your palm. Top leg is with your foot in front of your bottom one. And then on your exhale, really grounding down through here, you're coming over into your side bend. Lateral flexion, folding across. And then bringing yourself back down. So again, going for that movement of your spine. Lateral flexion, really feeling that you are bending like a rainbow. This is the third movement of the spine today. We've done flexion, rotation, now lateral flexion. Allow yourself to move into it with ease. Last one here. And then rotating around, come down onto your stomach. So on your stomach here, bring yourself all the way down. Your palms are going to be out on either side in line with your nose. Take a second and find some length here through your body. So feel that you are opening on your hip flexors underneath. And then on your inhale, peeling up, pulling your palms towards your ribs, coming through your extension, and then exhaling, core control to bring you back down. So we're just coming through your Sphinx here. Really have this sense of connection from underneath. Shoulder blades pulling together behind you. Triceps working as you come up. Pick your belly button up off the mat and control as you come down. Going for this thoracic extension. Inhale with control. Now you can stay in this version, or if you would like to make it more challenging and add some lumbar extension, bring your hands down slightly. Now still feeling coming up with control. Inhale, ribs open up underneath, and this time you can push a little bit into your hands as you continue up into your lumbar extension, and then use your core control coming back down. Again, inhale. Feel that your ribs open, giving you that space to come up. Core connects. Belly button lifts up. And then control the return. Come through one more here. And then once you're back down, press yourself all the way back into your child's pose. Let all of that release, opening up, freeing here, breathing into it. Take any of that energy and send it to a space that needs it. And then bringing yourself back. Flipping now so that your left knee is on the floor. Taking your right leg, bringing it in front and then walking it all the way around. Exhale as you rotate around, coming through your spinal rotation. Picture that corkscrew, twisting to the ceiling. Ribs rotate. Breathe into it. Exhale. Can you get a little deeper? And then from there, unraveling. Leg comes down. Feel yourself facing forward, arms come out in front. Exhale, flexing, and then lateral flexion. Opening yourself up. Unraveling from there, bringing yourself back. Back to the center, let's go again. Sit yourself up tall, stacking your spine. Exhale, rotation, flexion, flexing again. Allow yourself to be in this space, stretching through, breathe into it, and then unravel. And then coming down to your other side. So your bottom leg is going to stay bent, top leg lengthens out, picking yourself up from underneath here. Strong core engagement as you lift and lower. So for the first first few, just take your hands in here and underneath. Find that your core is connecting, doing that stability work. Even for me, sometimes I have to kind of remind it to turn on, and it's not the time right now to have a rest. And once you feel pretty good there, or if you would like to make it more challenging, then extend your bottom leg out. Both legs are lengthened. Exhale, lift, and lower. And you can also take your arm, extending it up. Get another level of challenge. Take it or leave it, whatever is good for you. Feeling this strong work. One more. And then bending your legs up. I'm going to stay on my forearm on this side for the side bend. You can be on your palm or your forearm. Exhale, lateral flexion, folding over. And then returning down. Again, trying to feel this sense of rainbow-like shape where you're really folding your spine. Exhale into it. Still feel that core connection. Let's go for one more. And then bringing yourself down, you're going to transfer over to your 4-point kneeling. Palms underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Moving through some cat and cow. So on your exhale, pick your belly up, round through your spine, tuck your tailbone underneath. And then inhale, coming through your extension. Try to pull your palms towards your knees, shoulders down, extending through your spine. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, extending. So we've moved your spine in all the directions today so far. And really allow yourself to move through this with as much degree as feels good for you. Connect your breath. Pick your belly up. Pull your belly button towards your spine. Inhale. Shoulders pull back. Now find your neutral spine. And then bring yourself down onto your forearms. And we're going to do a little bit of work for your glutes. So keep this neutral alignment of your spine. And then staying on your left leg, lift your right leg up. Stays bent, press and press. So it's a little bit more challenging to maintain your neutral spine from this position because it's easy to just kind of let your head down here or have something happen here. But really focus on just your neutral spine down at an angle. And we're really getting a deeper work here through your glute and hamstring. Of course, which are stabilizer muscles for your spine. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Now cross over to one side, back to the center. Cross over to one side, back to the center. So you can imagine it's like your knee now that is drawing this semicircle shape or this arch shape. Find your breath, 3 more. 2. Last one. And then from the top, flex and point. Again, checking in, everything else is the same. Stability through your center. Connecting to your breath, ribs are coming together. 3, 2, last one. Then bring that leg down, bring yourself back up. Palms underneath your shoulders. Press opposite arm, opposite leg. Sending them away from you. Bringing them back through. Other side. Feel this sense of elongation coming here now. Imagining you are trying to send your arm and leg as far away from each other as possible. Again, still connecting from underneath. Feel that strong breath work. Last one here. And then bringing yourself back down to your forearms. Finding that core connection. Left leg lifts up. Flex and press. You can imagine it's like you're trying to stamp your heel on the ceiling. Completely in control, pelvis staying in the same spot. You're actually squeezing that little spot between where your hamstring and your glute meet. So there's no pelvis rocking. You're using your hip extension muscles. 3, 2, last one. Now lift to the side, lift behind. So what we're actually doing is external rotation here of your hip or your femur and your hip socket as you come to the side and then back to the center. It's good stability work for your core, your spine, and of course you'll feel it in your butt. Keep breathing. Let's go for 3, 2, last one, and then hold it at the top, flex, and point. Always good to do a little bit of work for your feet. They are, after all, the foundation of all your movement. 3 more here. 2. Last one. Excellent, very good. Come on down and roll right over onto your back. And we'll start with a glute stretch on the side that you just worked. So you can cross your left leg over. Press a little bit into your knee and then reach through if you like, holding onto your shin or your hamstring. Whichever variation allows you to get the best stretch for your glute. And then unraveling, switching over other side. Crossing over, give it a little press. Feel your hips opening up, and then reaching through if it feels good for you. And then taking both of your feet down. Feel that length coming through your spine again. And then lift your legs up, holding onto your hamstrings. On your exhale, you're going to come up through a rounded spine. So draw your belly in. Feel your spine imprinting into the mat underneath. And then lengthening out your legs and bringing them back down. So we're trying to get this really long work here through your hamstring. Exhale, pelvic floor lifts. Pressing them out. Feel how your core plays a part in this. Get your center connected. That takes concentration and work. It doesn't often happen by itself. But Pilates is about concentration. It's about centering. It's about digging into your body and getting uncomfortable and finding new patterns. 3 more. 2. Last one. And then holding them up there, coming through your scissors. So single leg now. Think about that pelvic floor connection, hamstring lengthening, coming from behind and up. Try to think of your legs growing longer and pulling out and up. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And then just hold your legs up there for a second. Breathe deeply here. Holding on, getting that rounded spine. Press your legs long. One more breath. And then gliding them down with control to the mat. Reach your arms up, lengthening out through your whole body. Allow all that work to kind of start to sink in. And then coming through your roll up, tucking your chin towards your chest, bringing yourself up. Sitting tall here. Spine is stacked, legs have a slight separation, arms extend out. On your exhale, draw your belly in, flexing through your spine, coming through your spine stretch. And then returning back to tall. Again, exhale, spine stretch, trying to come through lumbar flexion. It's hard. As you can see, mine's not awesome either. That's okay. We get to do this work in Pilates. Last one. And then swing yourself around so that both of your feet and legs are to the right side. Sitting yourself up tall to start. Find yourself grounded down, hips are facing forward. Come down onto your left forearm and then fold yourself across. Getting this strong work here through your obliques, lateral flexion, deep core work. Unravel, other side, pressing across. Imagine you're growing up and out of your waist. And then narrowing it as you exhale. Back through the center, switching it over. Sitting yourself up tall to start, feel that connection. Drawing your belly in, and then coming down onto your forearm. Arm presses across. Feel how your spine folds, your obliques work, your breath connects. And then unraveling other direction. And then releasing from there. Bring yourself to a comfortable seated position. Take your hands out to the sides. You can either extend out or into your cactus arms. And just have a little bit of rotation here. Exhaling, twisting, back to the center, twisting. Breathing into it, your ribs rotate. Shoulders stay down. Pause in the center on your next one. Drop your chin towards your chest and then rotating to one side. Back to the center, to the other as we release here through your neck. And then finishing in the middle, take your hands to your ribs. Take a really nice deep breath in. Feel them expand and grow underneath your hands as you inhale, and then exhale, feel them compress together. Take your hands to the sides here. Same thing, on your inhale, feel them grow into your hands, out to the sides, out to the back, out to the front. And then press in, feel them come together. Your breath is the very foundation of allowing you to feel better in your spine and better in your body. Come back to your breath whenever you need it. Use it as a gauge and as a tool to help you know how you're feeling and to feel better. On your next inhale, bring your arms up and then bring them together as you glide them down to pause in front of your heart. Stay there. Remind yourself that you're friggin' awesome. That you showed up to do this work, even if you weren't feeling awesome, or even if it was hard, or even if you weren't sure what to expect and it's the first time you did it. Here you are. Well done. Don't forget to give yourself that credit, and let me give you some gratitude for showing up here and doing it with me. Thank you so much, and I can't wait to see you again soon.